Now there are four. You've got it. And welcoming to the company Noel Kerr and Aidan Hughes. Aidan's a Newry man.
Yes.
Noel, where are you from?
Oh, I'm from the Maiden City, the city of culture.
Oh, yes, I know the place. Derry stroke Londonderry.
Derry, yes.
Yeah. I always find about that, it's a very easy scenario. The city is Londonderry after the guilds of London. The county is not Londonderry, the county is Derry. Right. And no one's, it's a simple enough kind of formula, but no one can actually run with it. It's your baby. This is these 22
yes.
bands people.
My babies.
How did you get them together, for goodness sake?
Well, it was a case of sitting down and listening to what was actually going on in Northern Ireland.
How long ago did you do this sitting down?
Well, Tommy and I had done it about 18 months ago, but it's been running with me for the last couple of years. We have jazz orchestras, Northern Ireland, the BBC Concert Orchestra and so forth, but there was nothing doing swing. And there was a whole generation of people being left out.
And a genre being lost.
Yes.
Because if it skips a generation, it's very unlikely it'll come back.
People around my parents' age who were absolutely mad about ballroom dancing, and they grew up with that. And also they came through the end of the war and so forth, so they all grew up with that music. And there wasn't very much on TV to entertain them. So I sat down and thought, well, we're going to have to do something about this. So I decided I played in with John Anderson Band and a few others.
How is John?
He's doing well.
I haven't seen him this long time. He was with me in the BBC at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And give him my regards if you see him again soon.
I will do.
Aye. So anyway, you took it on from there.
Yeah, and as being I'm a retired musician through ill health, but when I was a professional musician, I had a lot of contacts and a lot of favours were called home.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
And the band was brought together, but it was basically Tommy and I done basically all the hard work. Yeah. Then when that's when we started off the small band, then I decided I wanted something bigger. And to have a bigger band, you need a good voice. And
so you found Michael Bublé.
I found Michael, yes, singing in the streets in Belfast with Cap in front of him. So
you're pulling my leg. Were you? Were you busking? No, you weren't. No. Easy
Close
to
enough, though.
So I thought, this is a guy to front a big band.
Yeah.
So I asked him and he said yes, and he came along. And I haven't looked back since then.
But that's an amazing thought that you haven't looked back since then, because in my mind's eye, you're kind of reinventing the dinosaur.
Well, there's still a few dinosaurs going around, so all I had to do was call a few in.
Call a few in and get them corralled and do the business. Aidan, you're a Newry man.
I am, yes.
Yeah, I've said to you earlier, Newry is a great place for Hugheses and music and all of that.
Yes, there's
but
Hughes about.
Yeah, and you're living in Newry still?
No, I live in Dromore.
In Dromore.
And I work in Belfast, so I'm halfway between home and work.
Yeah, and this was did it come as a bolt from the blue that someone wanted you involved in a big band?
No, not really.
And how did he find out about you to begin with?
I've been playing in big bands on and off for years. The first big band I ever played in was a big band called Newry Swing Band.
Yeah, I remember it.
Now that's going back a few years.
I think
I was about 15 or 16 when I was in that.
My gum.
And
did you do the South Ulster Youth Orchestra stuff and all of that?
Sort of stuff as well.
As did my daughter. She did that, Anne-Marie, all those years ago. But you've got it together. You're out gigging, as they say, if I can use that phrase. How does someone book you? What does one do?
You phone Noel.
Phone Noel.
Thank you. Well, we do have a website which is
www.balmoralbigband.co.uk.
That's easy. Balmoral Big Band gets you.
Yeah.
.co.uk.
I said that without moving my lips.
Yeah, I know, but you've been well trained.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's the Trilby, you're the Svengali. That's what I would suggest. But
or there's the old Facebook and all the rest of it.
All of that.
But just go to Google, type in Balmoral Big Band.
Well, look, let's cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase. You haven't been in Newry. If we wanted you in Newry to come down here, what is it? What are the fiscal arrangements? How much do you need to come out and do a gig? Is there a guideline notion of this? Because people will ask that question, and if they don't have an answer,
we have a basic unit in the band who are professional musicians.
Yeah.
So we have to go by their union rate.
Of course you
the
have. Yeah.
Union wouldn't be. So to get a band our size down into Newry, you're talking about £2,000, £2,500.
£2,500 would do it
Do it
in Newry.
in Newry.
Yeah, that's doable, I would
Yeah.
suggest. So it's entirely possible. Your people shall be talking to my people,
Yep.
and we'll manage to do something in the future.
That would
We'll
be
promote
nice.
it through Destination Newry. We'll sell the tickets, and we'll beat the drum in the band, and whatever. And we'll get you into the arts centre or something like. We have a wonderful auditorium, but you like who was it said they liked the town hall, the city hall? Was
I
it you?
said I thought
Yeah.
that might have been the suitable stage-wise, because
Stage work, but it's a lot. If you were at the base of the auditorium, you're 22 people there, whacking it out. Wow, it's theatre in the round. It's almost the way to do it, you know. I think we could be talking something here as we go forward.
well,
How?
all our ears are open and
Well,
ready
indeed.
to listen.
Well, we shall talk. Talking is not a big problem. But how safe is the project that you have embarked upon? Because you're very disparate people. You're coming from different geographic locations, and also you're taking people by the hand back to the old ways. Is there a big enough appetite for it?
Well, there's, I say, everybody in the band who's there at the present minute in time is doing it for the love of that era of music, this big band swing.
Yeah.
And it's not often you get 22 guys in the same room, and girls, I should say, into the same room, who are all thinking of the same hymn sheet.
Yeah. And where do the younger members get the passion for it? They didn't know it in the
Well,
old
that would
days.
come through the likes of Michael Bublé, and
He's
just
reinventing it.
Reinventing it. I see now Robbie Williams is doing another swing album for Christmas.
Second.
So that's his second, yes, but he's doing another one coming out now for Christmas. Rod Stewart has done one.
Yeah.
Do you sense in some kind of way that you guys and girls have come together by some divine ordination, that you were meant to do this? Is that too silly a thing to be saying?
Oh, I wouldn't say this. I say that would be quite right.
Yeah.
I say there is.
As I said in the Blues, we're on a mission from God.
A mission from God, I tell you. Well, I don't know. It's. Do you know what I'm going to do? Quite unusually, and as we're talking, Dee will get it organised, because not people dip in and out and they keep moving around. They may not have heard the flavour of what we put on earlier, and we'll have it standing by towards the last 5 minutes of the programme to do that. But you've come down today. What's your next appearance in public?
Our next
gig?
appearance is this coming Friday night in the Hilton Hotel in Belfast,
Wow.
which is also to help raise funds for Marie Curie Hospice.
What a lovely thing to be doing.
And then next Friday night we're in the Hill of the Neils.
At the Hill of the Neils in Dungannon.
Dungannon.
Yeah, it's part of Hillfest 13.
And we have a very special guest who will be appearing with us. That's Andrea Begley, who won the Voice.
Yes, the girl, the relative of Philomena
Who
Begley.
won the Voice.
Yeah.
She was singing, doing a couple of numbers with us.
Yeah.
Then after that, we're off to the Maiden City.
Wow, you're busy. Yeah.
And
How do you
then-
fit it in with your other work? Are you retired? No.
I'm retired.
Retired as a musician?
Yeah.
You're working?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're full time at this, yeah.
I'm working as well.
You're working as well, daytime?
Yeah.
What sort of work do you do outside the band?
Caravans, mobile homes.
Mobile homes and caravans, sounds good to me. Yeah.
Just on the Dublin Road in Newry.
Are you up? There were personal
Try to get a plug
people.
in there.
There were personal
I think
people.
just did.
There were personal people up there who had a Christian outreach. Is
That's
that
my
your,
dad. He's
is it your dad?
Reverend John Purcell.
Wow, he's a nice man.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a
Well,
gentleman.
well done. And he still does his Christian thing.
He does indeed, yeah, very much so.
He's been doing it a long time now, I tell you.
He's been at it 25 years. At least.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
God.
a great evangelist, great man of God.
Yeah, yeah. Has he managed to evangelize you at all?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, you
Very
would
much
have the
so.
same beliefs.
I do, yes.
Yeah, which is
So
good.
The whole family.
Yeah, that's
Now you want to
wonderful.
know where the spiritual direction came to get the big band together.
Well, now, for goodness sake,
The
you couldn't have
mission
gone
from God.
The
wrong.
mission from
Yeah.
God.
And what about yourself, Aidan? What do you work at?
I work in IT in a local aerospace company.
Ah, in Kilkeel. No?
Shorts. and all.
Shorts?
Shorts Bombardier.
Bombardier.
Yeah.
Is that chappie, what's his name, still there? The managing director? I forget his name.
Michael Ryan?
Michael, I did a
Yeah.
nationwide program with him
Yes,
down
yes.
in Bombardier.
Oh yeah, he's very much in charge.
Yeah,
And good
yeah.
man to have at the
Yeah,
helm.
you got big new stuff there recently, didn't you?
Oh, we're always getting big stuff.
That's good.
The really big news yesterday was our new airplane, the C Series. It had its maiden flight yesterday.
Wow.
So over in Montreal, it flew for the first time.
Wow.
That was fantastic to watch.
I used to scold journalists under me in the BBC. They would refer to it as Bombardier. I said, no, it's not Bombardier, it's Bombardier,
Bombardier, yeah.
which is very different. And
Yeah.
that's the...
You
That's
sort of
the-
have to be half French to work in it now.
Oh, I think so, but you're or else playing a big band.
Yeah, one or the other.
That
yeah.
cuts a lot of ice for you. There's no problem with that.
Yes.
Well, listen, we're going to play. We will talk about trying to do something in Uri, and you should have an interest in making Uri happen,
Oh, yeah,
shouldn't you?
definitely.
And you too.
Absolutely, of
Sons
course.
of the sod, neighbours' children, for God's sakes,
Yes.
and that's all good. Thanks for coming in. You're a good man. Thank you. And thank
you
you
very much.
Thank you for coming in. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. All the best. Thank you. And we'll have the YouTube again, please, if we may. That'll be good.